ABC suspended it indefinitely over things Kimmel said the past few days about the Charlie Kirk assassination, suggesting the suspected gunman was right-wing MAGA, though evidence shows the opposite and that he hated Kirk.
Kimmel continued again on Tuesday, stating, quote, many in MAGA land are working very hard to capitalize on the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Fox's Todd Pyro.
Before ABC's announcement, the president of one of the country's largest TV stations said it would stop airing Kimmel's show, calling the host's comments offensive and insensitive, and that they don't represent the values of the communities in which we are located. SAG-AFTRA, though, responding to the suspension, stating that the decision is the type of suppression and retaliation that endangers everyone's freedoms.
President Trump reacted while in Britain. More on his trip in a moment. Posting on Truth Social a congratulations to ABC for having the courage to take Kimmel off the air. Now more on the suspected Kirk assassin. Fox's Garrett Tenney reports from Utah.
The Washington County Sheriff says last Thursday, the 22-year-old suspect was driving out to a remote area of southern Utah to take his own life until his parents convinced him not to and said they would help him surrender peacefully. The alleged assassin had some conditions for doing that, though.
He was fearful of a SWAT team hit on his house, or he was fearful of being shot by law enforcement.
Sheriff Nate Brooksby also says that Tyler Robinson's parents and the roommate he allegedly confessed to are now staying far away after getting threats. Two police officers critical but stable the morning after a shooting in York County, Pennsylvania that left three other officers dead, attacked as they served a warrant. The gunman was killed when they shot back. Back to President Trump. He's meeting now with Britain's prime minister discussing trade and other issues after the president at a lavish state dinner at Windsor Castle with King Charles last night said the U.S.-UK bond is
priceless and eternal. It's irreplaceable and unbreakable.
America's listen.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Now an update on a pro-Palestinian activist the Trump administration keeps trying to kick out of the country over his role in anti-Israel protests at Columbia University in New York City.
In court filings, lawyers for Mahmoud Khalil suggest they will appeal an immigration judge in Louisiana's order that the 30-year-old be deported to Syria or Algeria. The judge citing failures to disclose information regarding his green card application. The former Columbia University graduate student who was born in Syria and is a legal permanent resident of the U.S., helping to organize on-campus protests over the war in Gaza, supporting Palestinians. He was arrested in New York City in March and detained in Louisiana for months. The Trump administration alleging he showed support for Hamas. Khalil's lawyers have denied this, accusing the government of suppressing student activism and free speech. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
There's a vacancy on Florida's death row. The day after a condemned murderer told witnesses gathered to watch his execution, they're going to see an innocent man be murdered by the state. Denying to the end he killed his wife's family in 1990.
64-year-old David Pittman was put to death by lethal injection. Florida's record 12th execution of the year. His final breaths included a protest that he was innocent. The state going through with it after a last-minute appeal to the United States Supreme Court failed. Witnesses fingered Pittman as running from the scene after his wife's immediate family was slaughtered and their home and car set on fire. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
The Federal Reserve has done what President Trump has been demanding all year, an interest rate cut, 0.25%.
In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside. A challenging situation.
That's Fed Chair Jerome Powell, who suggests there could be two more rate cuts this year. On Wall Street, stock futures up more than 200 points for the Dow and the NASDAQ. The day after the Dow gained 260, but the NASDAQ dropped 72 points. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Just weeks before the second anniversary of a deadly hazmat disaster in Teotipolis, the NTSB released Tuesday its final report. They confirmed what was detrimental in an initial report released a month after the disaster, that the cause was the passing of a semi-truck carrying anhydrous ammonia by a minivan in a no-passing zone on Route 40. Conversation around the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk has cost many their jobs. In Springfield, city employees resigned this past week after making a post disparaging Kirk. A similar thing happened in Urbana as well. City came out to condemn the post, but said the employees was acting as a private citizen and their speech was protected. Advocates for Aging Care, a grassroots organization vouching for better long-term care in central Illinois, received a $500,000 appropriation from the state of Illinois Tuesday to begin planning construction on a new nursing home in Champaign County. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, good morning. It is 7:06. It is Thursday, September 18, 2025. My name is Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Hello.
There's Greg Soye, our meteorologist. I don't know why. Spirit Airlines filed for bankruptcy on August 29. And if you look up flights...
They've been struggling for a while, I think.
Yeah, right? But boy, something came out. And it doesn't help them. Apparently, they were talking to a couple of pilots, telling them to turn a certain way. Then they had to tell them...
As in pitch the plane?
Yeah.
Direct the plane?
Just move over here. And then they didn't respond for 2 times. And then this guy said, move immediately. They were headed right toward Air Force One.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought I heard, something about this,
Yeah, so I'm trying to see if I can get you that clip. It's not very impressive, particularly when they were like goofing around on an iPad. It's a little disconcerting, right?
Wow.
That is a very much stripped down carrier. They charge you for like a shoelace that you bring with you or something, Spirit. So, yeah.
Well, let's see if I can find it really fast. I gotta find. I'll play it.
That's the yellow colored plane.
That's the yellow one. But if
flights coming in and out of O'Hare.
If you go to Google Flights and say I want to fly from Chicago to Fort Lauderdale, it'll say $118.
Yeah,
because it's Spirit.
Right.
And Spirit is like.
But then you probably are going to bring a bag, and that might cost you.
Exactly. Diane's right. A bag. Another
if you want a
bag
of peanuts.
Well, there's no seat. You buy your seat.
Okay.
You can sit on the wing if you want.
They have not charged for oxygen to my knowledge
so far.
Would you like to breathe today, sir?
That's right.
$27. So you get a seat, and you can't get a carry-on either. You can carry a purse, but no carry-on. So what you would do is you'd wear 4 layers of clothes, so you got everything with you.
Mm-hmm. I've done that before.
Okay.
Put your toothbrush in your pocket and off you go. So
that's right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a little bit stunning to me. Just a little bit. So I will get that clip for you momentarily. So after your weather, you can hang on and hear that.
Okay.
Because it's like, where are the pilots? And the guy at air traffic said, "Get off your iPad."
Oh wow!
It's like, oh my God!
Wow!
You're gonna be grounded.
You're
that's when your mom's saying all 3 names.
Oh boy!
Diane Louise Ducey.
But I mean, there was also a clip of the employees of Spirit behind the counter getting in a fight. It's just not working very well.
Okay.
Let us check your weather. Brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you they're looking forward to hiring new people. If you're interested in the health of community members across the region, you can reach out at carl.org/careers.
Let us check our meteorologist, Greg Solie. We got pretty clean and green looking like, bud.
Yeah, I think for football Friday evening, high school style, and down at Bloomington as well. Still a slight chance for a shower in proximity between here and there, but somewhat better odds now of getting some rain to come through the area between Sunday and Monday next week, and then we'll taper it back from there, all depending on how the tropical Atlantic behaves with Gabriel out there and another system off the African coast. Don't think you're going to get anything really wound up out there. There's a lot of wind shear, Sahara and dust, and et cetera, so forth and so on, but could be helping out in the rain rainfall department. Maybe it's western flank at some point over the southeast and eastern states. And once we get out of the rain pattern here, if you want to call it that, for the back end of the weekend, looking next week, more late summer warmth coming our way as we get ready to welcome in the new month of October. In the meantime, readings in a pretty good range from 49 at Paris. And it's, again, testimony to the dry air that we've had and the daytime heating, which cools nicely at night. 55 at Willard and Savoy, 59 at Rantoul. Later on today, 91, 13, 14 above average is the quick math. Light southeast to south wind, sunshine, 58 to 62 tonight. Sunshine tomorrow morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, still up around 90. Could be a shower in spots Saturday morning and afternoon, even lesser chance at Bloomington. Temperatures in the 80s Saturday afternoon, around 80 at kickoff at Bloomington. And better than even odds for a couple of showers in spots, not all day rains. Sunday and into Monday, high temperatures into the low to mid 80s. First day of autumn on Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, lingering shower chance. Nothing better than that with high temperatures around 80 degrees. For CPJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, I can't find the spirit. Maybe I'll get it next hour, but it's stunning when the guy at air traffic control says, "Get off your iPad." Oh my God! How
do you know that they were on them? Were they in communication, or they knew they were screwing around with them?
I don't know.
Do they have a video inside the cockpit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would think at this level, maybe yes. You know, there's video cameras everywhere else, so.
Yeah.
Sawyer, you the man, baby. Thank you.
See you next hour.
All right, that's Greg Sawyer, meteorologist, 7-Eleven. Again, off we go to September 18. John Decker scheduled in 20 minutes.
Okay.
He's our White House correspondent who has a TV tray that he gets to set outside near the press office outside. Apparently, the snipers are good with him because they know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, Nathaniel Son is on today.
Sounds good.
He was scheduled to be in Dallas. He is not, so he is available. So, Did You Know coming back today. We're excited to have that back. And Pitmaster Tim Onstad. We always love talking. I tried that chicken thighs with honey dipped in salt.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. She was beautiful.
Yeah, and not only looking good, but the taste, how he talked about the different regions of your tongue essentially being stimulated with
it was
the salt and the sweet.
Very good.
Yeah.
My family loved it.
Sounded interesting.
And thighs are better than breasts.
They're a little more juicy, I feel like.
Way juicier. Mm-hmm. So I've been on the chicken breast thing for a long time. Okay, so I have the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing.
Okay.
So here's kind of how it got going. Here's background if you're not familiar. Jimmy Kimmel, late night ABC, has been pulled indefinitely.
Right.
Okay.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and do everything they can to score political points from it.
Those just pounded Trump all the time, and he was wrong. That's not true. This is a guy that went radical left, thought Charlie was a fascist and was protecting his boyfriend / transitioner into transgenderism.
Right, or a furry too.
I don't know. Okay. It was that. So yeah, he was wrong. So finally, ABC said enough.
Comments were made during Monday night's opening monologue of Jimmy Kimmel Live. 2 days later, Jimmy Kimmel seen with his head down wearing a black hat leaving the Hollywood theater, following ABC's announcement that his late night show had been indefinitely suspended.
And for this, he is being canceled and he is being threatened.
Protesters gathered outside quickly denouncing the move. The fallout coming after the FCC threatened action against the network and after KTLA's parent company Nexstar Media Group also announced it would be pulling Kimmel from its ABC affiliates over the remarks some deemed heavily partisan. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, a Trump appointee, indicating on The Benny Show that their broadcast license was at risk.
In what appears to be an action by Jimmy Kimmel to play into that narrative that this was somehow a MAGA or Republican motivated person. They have a license granted by us at the FCC, and that comes with it an obligation to operate in the public interest.
Reaction now coming from both sides of the political aisle, including President Donald Trump, who has been repeatedly critical of Kimmel and other late-night hosts on social media. After Stephen Colbert was fired from CBS Late Night over the summer, Kimmel took a jab at Trump on his show, joking that the president was after him.
He posted, the word is, and it's a strong word at that, Jimmy Kimmel is next to go in the untalented late-night sweepstakes.
Tonight, Trump posted this on Truth Social. Great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is canceled.
Yeah, okay, so a couple things. That little protest, Stephen Colbert had people protest. I think he had 18 at his.
Okay.
Jimmy Kimmel had 6.
Ah.
There were 6 people. First of all, why would you alienate on a late night, quote, comedian? I mean, Jimmy Kimmel was down to 1.7 million viewers a night. That's less than Stephen Colbert. 1.7 in a 340 million population. 1.7 on ABC. Now, if I were them, I would have taken cues from Johnny Carson. What was Johnny Carson? An entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
He entertained. He was joined one time, a long time ago, Johnny Carson talked to Mike Wallace of 60 Minutes about why he didn't go out and speak about politics.
Tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, any comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that? But you're not. Why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? That's a danger. It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And you know, strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people, and I don't think you should as an entertainer.
I don't think you should either. And he was funny. You know that Johnny Carson at his peak had 15 million viewers a week?
Wow.
15.
That's awesome.
These guys now are in the 1 point somethings, maybe 2. But they're not very funny.
I haven't watched it in forever. I used to be a big David Letterman fan, too.
Well, I mean, when he had Leno, Letterman, they were more into the bits and the funnies.
Yeah.
And, of course, Johnny Carson was, but Leno was good. Jay Leno was good. He poked fun at both sides, which is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Anyway, it's...
or just pass on that material. To me, I don't want to hear anything political.
Well, you kind of do that to laugh a little, right? Gutfeld's working. He's poignant, but there are also a lot of humor, sometimes a little bit too rough for me. But,
yeah, he's a little crass.
But as far as when he gets down to the monologue stuff, he's a brilliant writer. Greg Gutfeld, I think. All right, 7:17. It is not a surprise, and maybe CBS got tired of losing $50 million a year. They spend $100 million a year on the Colbert Show.
Wow.
Where do you put that money?
It must be a lot of writers.
$100 million?
That's a lot.
You can get somebody to write jokes for $75,000 a year, maybe 100.
I don't know.
And how many writers do you need? 4? That's $400,000, $100 million a year.
I'm gonna poke around on that. Are
$100
you sure?
million a year budget for Stephen Colbert. How do you spend that kind of money on that?
Just poking in on the reaction on Jimmy Kimmel off the air, and Martina Navratilova had made this comment on a tweet. This is all from the Dictator Playbook, buying and controlling media platforms, firing commentators, canceling shows. These aren't coincidences. It's coordinated and it's dangerous. The GOP does not believe in free speech. They are censoring you in real time.
And they weren't doing that and kicking me off Facebook last time.
Right.
Yeah, talk about censorship.
Yeah.
Let's check your weather, brought to you by Urbana Park District.
They've got lots of great programs. I was just researching on urbanaparks.org if you want to find some upcoming events with the kids. They've got active aging coming up. It's going to be awesome. So, urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity, and that weather system on the plains will make a little more east and southeast progression and introduce somewhat better coverage rainfall chances, at least, over the back end of the weekend, early next week as well. Another hot one for the day today and the time of year at 91 with mostly sunny skies and just a light southeast to east wind, the slightest of a breeze tonight, mostly clear, 58 to 62 on the low. Tomorrow back up around 90, sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, gentle south wind. could be a stray shower late tomorrow night in spots, low down to 62. Partly sunny on the day Saturday, warm at 87. Rain chances at about 30% there, but they get bumped up to 60% late Sunday night, and about 50-50 on Monday. 84 on Sunday. First day of autumn high of about 82. We'll see highs near 80. Lingering shower chances next Tuesday and Wednesday. Another big warm-up in sight later next week as well. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Brother Greg sent me the Spirit Airlines communication standby.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868, Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Intel shares are up 28%. NVIDIA says it will invest $5 billion in Intel, with the two tech companies co-developing multiple generations of custom products for data centers and personal computers. Olive Garden's parent company, Darden Restaurants, is raising expectations for the year after a 10% jump in sales. Darden also owns Longhorn Steakhouse and other chains. Though sales rose, earnings were disappointing. American Express just revamped its Platinum card. The fee will be going up $200 to $895. Stock futures are higher after the Federal Reserve lowered short-term interest rates yesterday and suggested 2 more cuts are coming. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
Stevie J here with Nate Evans of eXp Realty. You'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with the Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to thenateevansgroup.com.
Back to school means back to Jets. Right now, get a build-your-own large 2-topping pizza for just $14.99 with code JETS101. Choose your crust, Detroit style, hand-tossed, or thin, and make it yours with bold flavors like turbo, butter, garlic, or Cajun. Perfect for feeding hungry kindergartners all the way to worn-out grad students. For a limited time, get your large 2-topping pizza for $14.99 now at jetspizza.com with code JETS101. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18.2. We're going to sell it for $12.5.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. Why are you so focused on taking care of people?
I enjoy relationships. I enjoy relationships in our community. It's very important to me. Like I said, they're an extended part of our family. We've grown our business that way, and I enjoy that part of running a business. And so all of our customers are very valuable. I've learned from them, and I hope that they've learned from us. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com, or you can visit our Facebook page.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
We do have a Stever, the program where I happily give you money. PDR Automotive is really good at automotive, and if you want to get your complete vehicle inspection, it's $100 that I'll pay for. And if it comes back and you might need a little something, I'll give you $200 cash toward that.
Nice.
You walk away after the inspection, that's fine, but you don't get the $200.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are interested, it's up now at GoStever.com, GoStever.com. PDR Automotive since the 1960s. They're on Cunningham and Urbana. Just drive on north on Cunningham and you'll pass PDR. You'll see big sign, yellow letters. John Marshall and his guys there to wait to put your car on the electrodes or whatever they hook it up to. And it's like 5 pages of color.
Yes.
And it comes that green or red. You don't want red.
Right.
Red means help me.
That means, yeah.
Help me.
Better tend to this situation.
And you can, again, you don't have to do anything. You just drive away, you get it. And so I'm thinking if you're selling your car yourself, it's gold. Why wouldn't you want the new owner to see what the status of your vehicle? Mm-hmm. Maybe because you don't want them to see the status of your vehicle.
Right.
So it's good to know, particularly if a kiddo driving something, might be a little older. You're driving something, might be a little older. Just get an inspection. I'll pay for it.
Right.
And then $200 toward any work. It's a heck of a deal to go to GoStever.com, GoStever.com, and you can take advantage of this. All right, John Decker coming up in a few minutes. Did you know Nathaniel Son later in this next half hour? Spirit Airlines was told to move out of the way. They didn't know Air Force One was ahead of them. They weren't on an iPad, right?
Air Force One, New York Center, roger. Air Force One, contact Boston Center, 124.52. 124.52, Air Force One, good day. Spirit 1300, descend to flight level 330. That's 330, building 1300. Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right, vector traffic.
Turn 20 degrees right.
Pay attention, Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right. Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right now. Spirit Wings 1300, turn 20 degrees right immediately.
They're not listening.
Right, Spirit Wings 1300. Pay attention, Delta 2951, Boston Center 134.0. Spirit 1300, traffic's off your left wing by 8 miles, 747. I'm sure you can see who it is. It's flight level 320, maintain 330. I'll keep an eye out for him. He's white and blue. Spirit 1300, Boston Center 134.0. I gotta talk to you twice every time. Spirit 1300, Boston 134.0.
He said, get off your iPad. I mean, you've got to be kidding, right? Wow. They're not on an iPad, right?
Oh.
Tell me they're not on an iPad. And he said, it's blue and white. I think you know who that is. Air Force One. It's a whole new language. You get up there on the airplane, and all that talk is like, hey, do you want to go to lunch? It's just it's very, very common. Obviously, that's how they talk at air traffic control to the pilots. The pilots know exactly what they're saying and what they're supposed to do. Yeah. And outside of kind of taking off and landing, you sit there and it's all kind of dialed into the flight plan. It flies itself and all those nice things. But you better be kind of like a Tesla. You're supposed to sit and watch. You know, we're not in the back seat yet. We're supposed to actually watch what happens in case. And that's what the pilots are doing. And they got the co-pilot, and they're 99.99% are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. And a few might be looking at an iPad. Anyway, it's a little shocking, and Spirit Airlines has in fact filed for bankruptcy. They did it August 29. I don't know what that means. Maybe you book flights with confidence. I don't know. I just know that it looks like it's $118, but it really isn't. It's what they all do. They're all upselling. I mean, American Airlines now $80 for the first bag.
Huh.
$80. So you get the charge card, get the credit card, which I have, and you get it for free.
Well, think about traveling light these days, I guess, if you go on a trip.
Yeah, you can definitely wear everything and just, put your toothpaste and toothbrush in your pocket, maybe in a baggie.
I want to say it was 6 layers when I came back from Germany as an exchange student and bought too much and it wouldn't fit. And they said, Diane, we could mail it. And I'm like, I'm just going to wear it. I look like the Michelin Man.
Well, you probably... probably sweat.
I sat on it after I got to my seat. I took off the layers and I sat on it.
Well, that's very
Used
creative.
one of the sweaters as a neck pillow.
It's very creative.
I mean, a long flight back to America.
It's a long flight. All right, the news will be next. John Decker, Great Television's White House. By the way, Jimmy Kimmel was also bumped, not only because of low ratings, but because Nexstar, the owners of Channel 3 and many, many others, and Sinclair, who owns Channel 15 and WICS out of Springfield, and they suspended that woman for defending and a tribute. I have that clip too, a tribute to Charlie Kirk. Anyway, Sinclair and Nexstar said, we're done. We're done with Jimmy. We're not carrying it. The word is the ABC affiliates will now carry Celebrity Family Feud, which is much funnier than what I'm seeing now. Have you ever? Steve Harvey's hilarious.
I know.
When he looks at that stare blank thing, it's hilarious. Way better choice. Have way better ratings.
Okay.
Anyway, that's so kudos to Sinclair and Nexstar. All right, 7:30. John Decker next.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. President Donald Trump meeting with Prime Minister Keir Starmer on the second day of his state visit to Britain. After a day of royal pomp, the agenda today is all about politics.
Trade, tech, geopolitics. Those are the three things that are going to be on discussions. And there are areas where both countries already agree, and there are certainly areas where the President and Keir Starmer are going to disagree. The UK wants one major thing. It is hoping that the tariffs on steel and aluminum will drop down below the 25% that they are currently on.
That's Fox's Benjamin Hall. The Jimmy Kimmel Show taken off the air by ABC indefinitely over comments he made about the murder of Charlie Kirk. Vice President J.D. Vance.
The First Amendment protects a lot of very ugly speech, but if you celebrate Charlie Kirk's death, you should not be protected from being fired for being a disgusting person.
America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Earlier this month, an outdoor product distribution center announced it would transition to a third-party provider at its Rancho location, impacting nearly 130 employees. Revelist Incorporated, which designs, manufactures, and houses outdoor products, was part of Vista Outdoors before the company split into two. Just weeks before the second anniversary of a deadly hazmat disaster in Teotopolis, NTSB released on Tuesday its final report, saying it determined an initial report released last month after the disaster the cause of the passing of a semi-truck carrying anhydrous ammonia by a minivan in a no-passing zone on Route 40. Illinois Department of Corrections grilled by the top committee of state lawmakers Tuesday over an emergency rule that allowed the agency to temporarily scan prisoner mail. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle believe IDOC abused the emergency rule process last month when there have been issues with drugs entering prisons for over a year. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. We check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Soya has got it. Hey, you want to get your fireplace ready to go for winter? I would say that's a affirmative. You want to make sure it's ready to use when it does get chilly. Grizzly's Chimney Service, they've been around since 2008, locally owned and operated. They'll get dirty and they'll fix it up, man. Chimney cleaning, chimney restoration, stove installations, tuck pointing. Just go to grizzlysweep.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity, and that weather system on the plains will make a little more east and southeast progression and introduce somewhat better coverage rainfall chances, at least, over the back end of the weekend, early next week as well. Another hot one for the day today and the time of year at 91 with mostly sunny skies and just a light southeast to east wind, the slightest of a breeze tonight, mostly clear, 58 to 62 on the low. Tomorrow back up around 90, sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, gentle south wind. could be a stray shower late tomorrow night in spots, low down to 62. Partly sunny on the day Saturday, warm at 87. Rain chances at about 30% there, but they get bumped up to 60% late Sunday night, and about 50-50 on Monday. 84 on Sunday. First day of autumn high of about 82. We'll see highs near 80. Lingering shower chances next Tuesday and Wednesday. Another big warm-up in sight later next week as well. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
John Decker. John Decker. John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room.
John Decker. John Decker.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, children now in combines singing the theme. John Decker will be celebrated at the Swedish Embassy in October for 30 years of covering the White House.
Nice.
30 years of journalistic excellence.
Well, thank you.
I think we're 900 pages plus on the memoir when you leave.
Right.
So 700 will be pictures of history. That's where you...
Yeah, the pictures. The pictures. It's remarkable when I look at the pictures. That's what brings it home, you know? It's like you have memories in your head, but when you look at the pictures, that's always pretty remarkable.
I just don't know how you say you never take it for granted. You say you never get, it's not old to be in an Oval Office 10 feet from the president. To me, would be like, but if you do it like a lot, it's like, back in the Oval Office, whatever. It's like Forrest Gump. I got to go to the White House again. What kept going. So anyway, it's a pretty cool job, and yet a very important job, and one that you have to hustle around, sometimes stand there and get a nothing burger too. So not easy.
Yeah, that happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're Jimmy Kimmel. Why would you alienate half the world? I don't get it. I don't understand anything of the entertainment world. I do know that if you're only getting 1.7 million viewers on ABC television at late night, Johnny Carson peaked at 15 million a week, and he was an entertainer. These guys are polarizing to me.
Yeah, I was thinking about Johnny Carson today, and Johnny Carson, what was his nickname? King of Late Night. And he really was the king of late night. And Johnny Carson understood what his role was in that, look, the voice of late night, he's not going to delve into weighing in and being a political pundit. That was not Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson made the people of this country laugh every night. And, to me, he is the gold standard that every late night host should aspire to, because he was so good at what he did, and he would never make the kind of unforced error that Jimmy Kimmel made as it relates to his show on ABC.
Yeah, well, Johnny Carson was on 60 Minutes, and Mike Wallace asked him why he didn't weigh in.
Tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, any comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that? But you're not. Why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? That's a danger. It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people, and I don't think you should as an entertainer.
You know what? I think that's right on target. Do you, John?
Yeah. That's a great clip that you played, and I do remember that interview that Johnny Carson did, and, Johnny Carson is never described with the word brilliant, but that's a brilliant thought that he just expressed on 60 Minutes. To me, he got it right. He got it right. I tuned into Johnny Carson way back when because I wanted to laugh, and I knew he was going to make me laugh, and I knew it was quality television. I didn't tune into Johnny Carson to say, what does Johnny Carson think about X related to politics in Washington? I don't care. I just want to laugh, and sometimes his jokes are made at the expense of our leaders, but always done in jest, always done in good fun, and to me, that's missing. That's missing in late night television.
Well, and they did it, poke fun at both sides, which is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, Republican, Democrat, whatever it was, you poke fun at both sides, and it was political humor.
That's right.
And it was what they did well, and that's what they should have done. But it's unbelievable where we are in a whole lot of arenas. It really, really is. And so Nexstar and Sinclair were the ones that said, we're not airing this anymore. And with the 1.7 and inevitable loss of money from these shows, I don't know. I guess they're looking for next, but I mentioned that I think Nexstar is planning to do Steve Harvey and Celebrity Family Feud, which might be fun.
Yeah.
Might be funnier.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Well, look, they have between both those companies, they're competitors of my company that I work for. But they own a lot of television stations and a lot of ABC stations, a lot of ABC affiliates. So their collective decision, certainly had an impact in terms of what Walt Disney decided to do. And they haven't cut ties with Jimmy Kimmel entirely. They've taken him off the air, what they describe as indefinitely. But his contract runs out, I'm told, at the end of 2025. Mm-hmm. So, that could have been potentially, that Monday night show could have been the end of the last time we see Jimmy Kimmel on ABC television.
Yeah, he'll be out there. I mean, Don Lemon's out there. They're all out there. So there's other venues and posters. I'm sure we'll see him. So how is the White House briefing room with John Decker going? That's available podcast, folks. It's a heck of a way to get 15 minutes of pure news every morning.
Pure news. That if that's what you want, this is the place to get it, and you're going to get it from someone who is not going to spin the news. It's just the straight news, and you get it from me, who's been at the White House for as long as I've been there, so that institutional knowledge is pretty important. And as you know, Stevie, I've got a really good relationship as well with this White House, and I've had a good relationship with every White House. So it's going very well. The numbers that I'm getting from iHeart are they're impressed. I'm very pleased, but it's building, and it's building, in an exponential way. So I'm very happy about that, and it's to a certain extent, it's helpful when, you do what you just did to promote it, make people aware of it, and it's easy to find too, no matter where you get your podcast, whether it's Apple or Pandora or Spotify or Amazon or iHeart, you can easily find that podcast. The briefing room, the White House briefing room with John Decker.
All right, John Decker's with us, Gray Television's White House and national correspondent. We had another local station, WICS out of Springfield, with a anchor, Benny Ray Harmony. You might not have heard of this, but she did a 60-second to Charlie Kirk.
That.
You saw that?
Yeah.
And
I saw that,
for those that have not.
Much for tuning into Marketplace today. So I want to talk about something for a minute, and it is heavy, so please bear with me.
Very emotional appeal saying Charlie changed her life, gave her encouragement. She worked for him and everything else. I mean, I don't know. I would have shown a little more grace for 60 seconds with all the negative that's come out about people cheering his death. Was that the right call? And then she resigned right after that, I guess.
I don't think it's your place as an anchor to weigh in, on those types of things. To me personally, no, I'm not saying that you can't have your opinions and your feelings, but that's, what she could take to social media on, and express exactly what she expressed on the air. People want to tune into local news to get the news. That's my general belief. Right. They want to get the news, sports, weather, traffic, and if they want to get an anchor's opinion, they can go to that anchor's, X page or Facebook page or whatever social media, Instagram, whatever social media that they use. That's just my take.
Well, I think, and as a pure journalist, that's what you do, which is, I think, appropriate and correct. But boy, the lines are fuzzy. I think maybe you need to put a little label on each time you're looking at a screen says editorial or news, because a whole lot of
flash that up on the screen.
Yeah, just boom, boom, boom about what you're listening to is an opinion or in part. I remember a long time ago. Remember Dan Rather? Remember when he got the co-anchor thing with Connie Chung? I still don't think he liked it. Anyway, it was Connie Chung, and he said, and now let's go to Texas and Ross Perot running for president. And then she said, let's see what he's up to. He didn't have to say that. And the way she emphasized, let's see what he's up to. It was like a really funny face. And you go, wait a minute, why'd you do that? You're an anchor.
Yeah. To me, as it relates, we just talked about Johnny Carson being the gold standard of late night TV. For me, Walter Cronkite was that person as it relates to the news. And, I always admired him, and he's what I always aspired to. And can you think of anybody that fits that same mold these days that you know on national television. I can't. I think that unfortunately is someone that some of the network anchors do not aspire to, which is unfortunate.
No, it's changed a lot. There's no question. I think Brett Baer does a very good hour on Fox from 5 to 6, and that's, to me, as close as we're going to get to Walter Cronkite kind of a news, where I don't hear too many opinions on that. I see people from both sides of the aisle come on as guests. But no,
Sure.
it's definitely tricky in these days. I think the crisis is making sure you have the truth. What is the truth? Because I need information. The whole whirlwind of Charlie Kirk and the disaster that has affected me very much. And I'm trying to figure. First of all, I've looked at a lot of clips, even way more than I ever have. And this was a good man who had a point of view that wanted to talk instead of fight. And he did that on college campuses where there were many that did not like him. But the bottom line is, find the truth of what he said versus what people say he said, and why do they celebrate the murder, which many have done on social media?
That's sick. I don't get that. That's disgusting, and it's sick, and it's reprehensible that anybody would celebrate any other American's death, any other human's death. So that's all I have to say about that. I mean, it's just reprehensible, and I condemn anyone who does something like that.
It also seems like a little bit of a turning point, not to play on the words, but I think in other countries they kill journalists, they kill people with opinions. There's been assassinations forever, but to open the door to saying, I hate you for what you say, and I don't want you to say it anymore, so I'm going to protect my transgender lover, and I'm going to shoot you. That just crosses a line to me. It just is.
Well, yeah, it does.
But we don't want people's opinion to get them shot. That's just wrong.
No, we don't. We absolutely 100%. That's why what happened over a week ago is so shocking. It's so shocking that happened, and I think we'll hear more about it on Sunday at the funeral of Charlie Kirk. The president will be there.
Yeah.
He'll deliver a eulogy. The vice president, J.D. Vance, will be there. He'll deliver a eulogy. So I think we're going to hear a lot of the same type of tone that you're describing, Stevie, on Sunday during that funeral in Arizona.
Wonder if football stadium, will they get 75,000 people? I mean, that's a lot of people.
I'm thinking they will.
Wow.
I'm thinking they will. It is a lot of people, but he had an impact, and I think that to a certain extent, the people that admired and followed Charlie Kirk, it's like anything. They want to be there. They want to be there where this event will take place. It's essentially once in a lifetime, and so I do think that you're going to see a full football stadium on Sunday in Arizona.
Okay, President's in London. I know he probably invited you, as he always does, because he loves you and thinks you're a great journalist.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but you stood on the side. I don't know, what is it about the pomp and circumstance that is just mesmerizing to me?
Yeah, it really is. I watched that, Stevie, and I thought to myself, if any other country in the world is planning to extend a state visit to President Trump, they're going to have to do a lot to top what the British did yesterday. That was over the top, really impressive, and it clearly impressed the president as well.
It was just, we're talking Cinderella carriages here, man.
Yeah, the horse-drawn carriage.
And if I could
the way the soldiers look,
if I could
with that great big old hat.
With the great big old hat. Let me just say something about the great big old hat. Here's a guy trying to explain something to Donald Trump when they're walking by the soldiers.
Yeah.
Let's get a hat he doesn't have to look up and see him because it's covering his eyes. Can we get a smaller hat for him? Just a little smaller to carry. Anyway, it's a kind of, you see at Buckingham Palace and the guards and changing of the guard and all that. It's
absolutely
pretty cool. And Prince Charles
is very cool.
King Charles is 76, so he's 3 years younger than Donald Trump. Has anybody figured out how this guy is the Energizer Bunny and why he just seems to? Man, I hope I look like that when I'm 79. I already don't because I lost the hair. Dang it. Anyway, it's amazing to me, the stamina. And amazing I see John Decker on a grass court playing with the number one player from Iowa in a big tournament. And you guys got second, fourth? What was it?
Yeah, we got knocked out. We got knocked out by the number one seed, the Ultimate Champions. It was she and I playing against an all-male team. Both played in college. And, just one of those times and one of those things. They were a better team, but it was exciting. It was a great event.
Unbelievable.
The Kangaroo Cup, Stevie.
Where was it at?
Cup.
Australian?
It was at the Australian ambassador's residence. He's got a grass court at his residence. Pretty cool.
I can't believe you're playing with 3 prominent D1 people, and you're John Decker, 30 years on the beat, and still competing and returning serves.
Yes.
That's pretty good. That actually is pretty
Trying
good.
my best. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Trying my best out there. And we had a full day of tennis, and it was a great event. It was the 3rd Kangaroo Cup, which I founded, and very proud. I did I think you know this, Stevie. I did the player introduction.
Oh, wow.
As well.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty cool. I did the, if you must know, I did the media team they came out to Led Zeppelin's Kashmir. You know that one?
I don't know.
Yes,
that was great.
we do.
Yeah, you're going to find it right now, I know.
Yeah.
I did the government team to the Chicago Bulls theme.
Oh, boy.
That's right. Which is Cirrus
Old
from
school Chicago Bulls.
Alan Parsons' project.
There you go. That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was the first one you mentioned?
Kashmir from Zeppelin.
Kashmir, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Are you finding that right now?
Yeah, it came up, but I see Fire and Rain, James Taylor. That's a good one.
He's getting distracted. Sorry.
You've got a
Stay
friend.
focused, Stevie.
You've got a friend. That's a good one. That's not too loud.
That's not good.
Looking at old
That's
searches
not a
of Stevie's.
Yeah, you look at Carole King and David Gates with Brad.
All great,
Oh,
but
that
not
was-
as much of a jam
that
for
was
the
really-
intro song, Stevie.
well,
You're thinking
That's right.
The
That's
walk-in
right, Diane.
music
You
here.
know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, we hear that at football games.
That's it.
All right. See, I don't know. I've never worn a cashmere sweater, so I'm really not
okay.
out of the loop.
Spelled differently.
Anyway, it's John Decker. Keep up your fine reporting for great television. We certainly appreciate your work. We will be watching on WAND. We'll be checking out the White House briefing room with John Decker on wherever you get podcasts. Thousands and thousands have found this already. It's crazy. Woo.
It is crazy. Keep it coming.
All right.
Tell your friends.
All right.
Have a good one.
Talk to
Thanks
you
for
later.
being on,
Thank
John.
you, John Decker, live near the White House, ESPN 93.5.
We had a quick text says, I don't actually agree with Jimmy, but you can compare Johnny Carson and Jimmy Kimmel's viewership numbers, heads and tails different. The numbers of viewers in general on live television is down across the board. And would you say that news today on both sides of the aisle are more editorial versus news? I feel John Decker does a good job of providing facts, and the lady from CNN who presses issues are a rare thing these days.
Who's the CNN that presses
I'm not
issues? Not sure who that is. Yes, you're right. It is fragmented more. There's going to be less audiences. However, Joe Rogan gets 20 million viewers a week on a podcast. That's amazing. Number one podcaster. So, yeah, it's still possible to get big numbers, but you're right. It's changed. There's no question. When Johnny Carson, he started fragmenting in the early 80s. Channel 3 started saying Channel 3 News because they didn't want to be, don't forget Channel 175. I mean, there's a lot of channels that came in the early 80s. But, yes, it's more fragmented, but I just think it's more alienating.
It could be Abby Phillip that he's talking about on CNN, the News Night.
Scott Jennings is the only good thing about that program, I think.
Okay.
I can't. The only time I see Abby Phillip is when there's clips on social media. I've never seen the show. Let's do your weather, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements. If you need gutter helmet, if you're thinking about windows being more energy efficient, visit kramersiding.com.
All right, we check our meteorologist. His name is Greg Soye. Weather looks pretty good, but there is a whisker of an opportunity for rain, perhaps.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. And that weather system on the plains will make a little more east and southeast progression and introduce somewhat better coverage rainfall chances, at least, over the back end of the weekend, early next week as well. Another hot one for the day today and the time of year at 91 with mostly sunny skies and just a light southeast to east wind. The slightest of a breeze tonight, mostly clear, 58 to 62 on the low. Tomorrow back up around 90. Sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon. Gentle south wind. Could be a stray shower late tomorrow night in spots, low down to 62. Partly sunny on the day Saturday, warm at 87. Rain chances at about 30% there, but they get bumped up to 60% late Sunday night, and about 50-50 on Monday. 84 on Sunday. First day of autumn high of about 82. We'll see highs near 80. Lingering shower chances next Tuesday and Wednesday. Another big warm up in sight later next week as well. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Well, on Thursdays, we gather with my son son. I call him Nathaniel's son to identify who he is, so you know that he's on because he invented a show called Did You Know?
Yes.
And this is where we learn things that we did not know. Nathaniel's son in Chicago. How are you?
I'm good, Dad. I would say we collaborated on the show. I can't take the role as the sole proprietor. I think recall you being a part of it.
Yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, good to have you back. You did this. You suggested it. A great concept. It's Did You Know? Nathaniel's son, Allison, your wife, great, I trust, and Josephine, your daughter, 8 months. Is that correct?
She turned 8 months on Sunday, and everyone's good, and she's growing like crazy. And we're just coming off we had the chance to take a trip. We went to the Northeast, and we talked a lot about this, Dad. You have to tell you all about our trip to Rhode Island and a few other places up there. But fascinating part of the country to go to that is so old and contains so much history. We were specifically in Newport, Rhode Island, and I'm not sure, many of us may have not known, including myself, that the U.S. Tennis Open that we all just got to watch, or maybe some of us watched a couple weeks ago, actually originated in Newport, Rhode Island on grass courts. In fact, it was the first lawn tennis tournament to be played. Starting in 1881, what is now the International Tennis Hall of Fame, the first U.S. Open tournament was played in Newport. It started as sort of a simple, they called it a challenger series, where the winner from the previous year only had to play the final match. All the matches leading up to it, everyone would enter their names in and they would play, and then the final victor there would play last year's defending champion. It wasn't until 1915 that tournament moved to Queens, New York City, not its current location at the Arthur Ashe Stadium, but moved to New York City, mostly to make the sport more widely available because they knew it was growing in popularity.
So you had a lesson on the grass court, didn't you?
I did. That is one of the coolest things, too, about the Tennis Hall of Fame, where the U.S. Open started, is currently open to the public. It is a private club that has memberships, but anyone who goes to Newport or is in Newport can reserve a court, can sign up for a lesson, and have some time on the grass court. And it was amazing. I wouldn't call myself much of a tennis player. I'm playing more than I ever have, but it was a really cool experience.
That's awesome. What is it like? Is it a little softer land on the grass, or what's it feel like?
Yeah, it really feels the best way to visualize it is it really just looks like a fairway. Like
golf fairway,
course, a nice nice bent grass fairway. It's not the grass length of a green. It's more like a fairway, and it just is a fairway that is a couple tennis courts wide and has lines painted on it, and you can see the baseline gets worn down where everyone hits, which you see that.
And you said the first grass tournament, was it before Wimbledon?
Yes, in Newport.
Very impressive. In the Hall of Fame, you got to see John Decker's name's on something at the Hall of Fame. He was there 3 weeks ago when they put in, can't remember her name. Anyway, they inducted a few people.
Okay.
And Serena Williams was there introducing her competitor. And yeah, it's kind of the center of the origin of the big tennis stuff. Nathaniel's son playing a lot of tennis. He hits it very hard. He's a lefty. Smacks it left-handed.
Nice.
Yvonne Lindo, I think, was a lefty. Anyway.
Well, it's more just been something that I've enjoyed, and it was real cool to get to go see a really historic venue for the sport. And Newport in general is just a really amazing town for anyone who has or has not been. Lots of cool things to see there.
Nathaniel's son, thank you. Well done.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Take care.
Good one. Nathaniel's son from Chicago. All right, ESPN 93.5. We're going to come back. We got a Stever offer. It's PDR Automotive. I'm paying $100 for your complete vehicle inspection. And then if you need any work done, I'm throwing in $200 cash if you want to use it. If you choose to just take the printout and go, you're fine. You don't get my money. But you can use it toward a repair if you need one.
Okay.
Might not need one.
Sounds great.
Okay, we're going to go to the news. We'll come back. We got Tim, our pitmaster, who taught me about the chicken thighs with honey and salt, which is phenomenal. We'll do that coming up in our next hour, among other things. Got many more clips. Stand by.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out homecoming game against USC. Text Illini to 217-359-2255, and you could be on your way to Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Illini football against USC with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
This is WSJK, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's 8 o'clock.
Honoring Charlie Kirk. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Congress plans to do that in a House resolution that'll be voted on this afternoon, 8 days after Kirk's assassination. And we're learning more about the suspected gunman's arrest.
Some information was provided about Tyler potentially having some suicidal ideations, was en route to a remote area of Washington County. The parents convinced him not to do that.
Sheriff Nate Brooksby says Tyler Robinson was quiet when he turned himself in with his parents, who after getting threats are now staying far away from Utah. The same goes for Robinson's roommate, who he reportedly confessed to professing a hatred for Kirk. Now, what Jimmy Kimmel said about the suspect, suggesting he was right-wing MAGA, has Kimmel off the air. ABC suspended the show indefinitely.
He first made these statements the day after Kirk's murder. He began with this quote: "With all these terrible things happening, you would think that our president would at least make an attempt to bring us together, but he didn't." Then, on the following Monday and Tuesday, Kimmel claimed the MAGA gang was trying to capitalize on the murder and score political points.
Fox's Chanley Painter. The SAG-AFTRA media union's critical of Kimmel's suspension, calling it the type of suppression that endangers everyone's freedoms. But President Trump, in a Truth Social post, congratulated ABC. The president is now at a meeting in Britain with business leaders and Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
There's so much to celebrate in the special relationship between our two countries.
Making those ties closer than ever before. We've done some things that financially are great for both countries.
And the two just signed the new U.S.-UK technology investment agreement. 2 police officers are in critical but stable condition the morning after 3 other officers were shot dead in York County, Pennsylvania, where Fox's Brian Yennis reports.
This all started after police responded to a domestic-related investigation that began on the previous day. The situation, though, quickly devolved into a deadly shooting with dozens of police responding.
The gunman was shot dead in return fire. America's listening to Fox News.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
We expect to hear more from President Trump and Prime Minister Keir Starmer at a news conference later this hour in Britain as they talk trade and the wars in Ukraine and Gaza. The president does not support what Britain plans to do after he leaves, recognizing a Palestinian state. Other countries are doing the same amid criticism over Israel's war in Gaza and continuing a new offensive against Hamas in Gaza City. There's a new poll out surveying us about what we think of the war.
49% of Americans surveyed say the military response from Israel on the Gaza Strip has gone too far, compared to 42% this time last year. 33% say it's been about right. 12% say it hasn't gone far enough. More Republicans than Democrats or independents in this AP NORC poll are on Israel's side. 37% of Americans approve of President Trump's handling of the conflict, down from 44% in March. 38% say America's role in solving global issues is about right. 27% say we should be more active. 33% less active. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Congress's deadline to fund the government to avert a shutdown is down to 12 days. And while Republicans control the House and Senate, Democrats have their proposal out now.
The 68-page proposal would extend government funding past the September 30th deadline in Affordable Care Act health insurance premium subsidies that are set to expire at the end of the year. Those ACA provisions weren't included in the House GOP proposal, which House Speaker Mike Johnson says is a December policy issue, not a September funding issue.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz. We just got an unemployment update. First-time claims fell last week from a near 4-year high the prior week, down to 231,000. That is a decline of 33,000. The number of people continuing to collect jobless benefits dropped slightly to 1.92 million. And on Wall Street, stock futures are surging ahead of the opening bell this hour, the morning after the Federal Reserve implemented the first rate cut of the year, down 0.25%. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Advocates for Aging Care, a grassroots organization vouching for better long-term care in central Illinois, received a $500,000 appropriation from the state of Illinois Tuesday to begin planning construction on a new nursing home in Champaign County. Just weeks before the second anniversary of a deadly hazmat disaster in Teotopolis, the NTSB released Tuesday its final report. They confirmed what was detrimental in an initial report released a month after the disaster, that the cause was the passing of a semi-truck carrying anhydrous ammonia by a minivan in a no-passing zone on Route 40. Conversation around the killing of a conservative activist, Charlie Kirk, has cost many their jobs. In Springfield, city employees resigned this past week after making a post disparaging Kirk. A similar thing happened in Urbana as well. City came out to condemn the post, but said the employees was acting as a private citizen and their speech was protected. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I don't know. I mean, it depends where you work, but if you start making horrible, disgusting comments about a father of two, Charlie Kirk, husband to Erica, it's just in poor taste, horrible. Mm-hmm. Just dancing on the grave. Why would you do that? I mean, you show a little empathy, and by the way, what you think he is, he was not. You've been misinformed. You know, it's Barack Obama, I think, shocking comments yesterday. I can't play it. It's so boring. But he pauses so many times in his speech, you know, like I guess he used to. Maybe more now. But he said, I can't be for getting rid of the civil rights. That Charlie Kirk wasn't for getting rid of the civil rights. That's an example. Charlie Kirk was against the transgender people and gay and lesbian and everybody else using it as a civil right. He says the civil rights for black people for protect, yes, all in. But Barack Obama said, well, he wanted to get rid of it. No, he just doesn't want the gender to come into race. But of course nobody knows that because you're not getting that. So just seek the truth, go dig it up, and be open-minded when you do.
Hear the whole clip instead of the 20-second clip.
Yeah, just get the real readout. And he wasn't against homosexuals. I got a clip that he's totally... Anyway, It's just so much misinformation. You just hear it and you believe it and you think Trump's behind it and he's a devil and Hitler and all these other horrible things. And it just ain't so. Okay, last hour, I was trying to explain to Solye about Spirit Airlines, about the...
Did you find the clip?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is one you don't hear every day. A Spirit Airlines flight heading for Boston got a bit too close to Air Force One over New York on Tuesday. Listen to this.
Pay attention, Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right.
Nothing.
Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right now.
Nothing.
Spirit Wings 1300, turn 20 degrees right immediately. 20 degrees right, pay attention. Spirit 1300, traffic's off your left wing by 8 miles, 747. I'm sure you can see who it is. It's flight level 320, maintain 330. I'll keep an eye out for him. He's white and blue. Pay attention. Get off the iPad.
Get off the...
Three times the tower had to say, pay attention.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness.
Get off the iPad. Ouch.
Yeah.
What? We're playing a video game, man. Leave me alone. Nuts. Anyway, Spirit has filed for bankruptcy as of August 29, FYI. Okay, paying attention to all our meteorological needs is Greg Solye, brought to you this morning by Kramer Siding and Window.
Yeah, they're ready for you when you're looking for the energy efficiency on your doors or windows, and some great options and up to 25% off. KramerSiding.com.
Maybe a shot a little moisture on the weekend. Is that what I'm hearing from you, bud?
Yeah, pay attention. I'll tell you how and why. We have the most attentive audience in the world.
Yeah, no question. And brightest, you bet.
There you go. But there's some rain in the forecast. Still iffy and probably not going to happen here of any great magnitude or scale, both here Saturday and over Bloomington. Probably around 80 or so at kickoff, maybe a hair under that, where there's more significant cloud cover, light wind, and late Saturday night, more likely Sunday, Monday, our best odds for maybe half the area coming up with rain. And I tell you, we needed the drop monitor into the weather office. Severe drought down, an exceptional drought for that matter, down to the Missouri Boot Hill. Expanding severe drought here throughout east, central, and southern Illinois, much of Indiana. Pockets of extreme drought, eastern Ohio. And so it goes. Harvest versus rain. And we certainly do need the rain, but they don't need any more rain in Nebraska and the Dakotas, where it's coming down currently. Their corn maturation and beans are a little bit below and behind the 5-year average. Everyone else ramping up to harvest mode, or getting to it, or going at it already out there in the back 40. 64 relative Savoy. Later on today, another hot day's worth of weather by mid-September standards at 91. Clear tonight, 58 to 62. 90-ish tomorrow. Clouds gather in the afternoon. There may be a lone shower after midnight tomorrow night at 62. And the rain chances, if you're scoring at home, at about 30% here for Saturday, early and late at 87. Odds do ramp up late Sunday night into Monday, 50 to 60% at 84 on Sunday. First day of autumn Monday, with high temperatures up in the lower 80s, and will hover near 80 with shower chances Tuesday and Wednesday still. And then another big warm-up in sight, and another dry weather pattern beginning later next week, too. First TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solye.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on KramerSiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Better banking is about more than just money. It's about people. Fisher National Bank is locally owned community bank serving Champaign and Vermilion County, and their friends and neighbors taking an invested interest in the communities they serve. Last year alone, Fisher National volunteered over 750 hours of community service. By investing in the people they serve, Fisher National shares in the success of a stronger community. Learn more at FisherNational.com or any of the branches. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. in your community and for your community. Roof Doctors.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Check your sports headlines at 8:15.
In the rubber game, the Reds came out on top 6-2 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's more details.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Ricky Gordon, I'm John Rooney. Yesterday, Alec Burleson gave the Cardinals a 1-0 lead in the first inning by hitting a home run off Brady Singer. But Andre Palante got into trouble with a pair of one-out walks in the fourth, leading to Spencer Steer's 18th home run of the year. The Reds didn't look back in winning 6-2.
15th loss of the year for Andre Palante, who's not had a good second half of the year. You know, he had some good innings during the game, but he cannot avoid that one bad inning. 2 walks, then a home run. That's the story of the game. Cardinals a little lethargic on the offensive side. Only the Alec Burleson home run a positive. One positive out of the pen was the work of Ryan Fernandez.
Fernandez worked a scoreless 8th inning, striking out 2. The Brewers are in tomorrow to begin the last 3-game series at home.
Let's spoil some of their fun, the last series.
And it'll begin with Sonny Gray making the start for the Cardinals. We'll be on the air at 6:20 on Friday. 7:05, Ricky will have the lineups. And I'll bring you the first pitch around 7:15.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Well, as far as the Cubs, they're starting up a series against the Reds, which just finished up with the Cardinals. They beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-4 yesterday.
You got to try, but you're also going to save your guys and make sure everybody's not overtired for the playoffs. So
they clinched their playoff berth. Yeah, go Cubs.
Yeah, go Cubs are in. Head to Champaign, the whole deal. And so Reds need to win. So how hard do the Cubs play? I don't know. Well, Florence was ready to buy a home and found the perfect real estate agent. Found Nate Evans in the Nate Evans group. Florence said Nate was always on top of things, very responsive throughout the process, quickly tuned into what she was looking for.
A friend you can trust in the business, been around for a while, and all of his agents have more than 100 home sales, and they have these experience that you can trust in our area. Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group from eXp Realty can get you that immediate cash offer on your home, depending on your timeline. There's flexible fees. Sell your home for the most money possible, and call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans, 217-239-7113. free. You can get home value as you explore your options at NateEvansGroup.com. Start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained, low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Yeah, if you haven't done your fantasy NFL season week starts tonight. Buffalo in Miami. Weather brought to you by Kurt Lenschow over at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there. Here's meteorologist Greg Solier at 8:19.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van vicinity. And that weather system on the plains will make a little more east and southeast progression and introduce somewhat better coverage rainfall chances, at least, over the back end of the weekend, early next week as well. Another hot one for the day today and the time of year at 91 with mostly sunny skies and just a light southeast to east wind. The slightest of a breeze tonight, mostly clear, 58 to 62 on the low. Tomorrow back up around 90. Sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon. Gentle south wind. Could be a stray shower late tomorrow night in spots. Low down at 62. Partly sunny on the day Saturday. Warm at 87. Rain chances at about 30% there, but they get bumped up to 60% late Sunday night, and about 50-50 on Monday. 84 on Sunday. First day of autumn high of about 82. We'll see highs near 80. Lingering shower chances next Tuesday and Wednesday. Another big warm up in sight later next week as well. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The Federal Reserve was looking at cooling in the job market as it lowered interest rates this week and made plans for more cuts. However, layoffs apparently moderated last week. New claims for unemployment benefits declined by 33,000 to 231,000. Both new claims and continuing claims were below expectations. Those remaining on benefits of the week ending September 6th also declined by 7,000 to 1.92 million. Intel shares were up nearly 30%. NVIDIA says it will invest $5 billion in Intel, about 4% of the company. The two will work together on central processing units for NVIDIA's artificial intelligence platforms. NVIDIA shares are up more than 2.5%. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, talking to lawmakers weekly from opposite sides of the political spectrum about the issues of the day and how Americans can find common ground in a politicized world.
That's just not happening on Capitol Hill. It takes leadership, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Along with all your Bret Baier favorites like the campaign, the candidates, the all-star panel, and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's BERGtanksinc.com. Well, explore Pour, Drink, Repeat. Pour, Drink, Repeat, Saturday, August 4. It is 21 downtown stops, Battle of the Breweries, after party. It's a big day. And Jenna Manalakis, how are you?
Good, how are you?
It's called the Craft Crawl. Tell me about it.
So you are going to explore, pour, drink, and repeat at 21 different locations in downtown Champaign on Saturday, October 4th.
And this will be from 1 to 5. Tell us what that looks like. I know you have a tiny little stein for 2 ounces of different locally crafted beers, right?
Yes, you will walk around free form. You can go in any way you want. You'll start at Farron's, and if you upgrade your ticket to a VIP, you will get some custom curated cocktails and bites from Farron's at the Inman newly opened. And then you will just go explore downtown.
That's right. Farron's is at Inman now. Did you realize that, T?
I did not know.
In the lower level there. So they've moved.
Oh, beautiful, too. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
She's really done it up.
Nice.
Okay, well, this is, again, Saturday, August 4th. It's $25 for your stand.
October 4th.
October
August
4th.
was last month. All good.
I'm sorry. And this is, again, 2023, right?
Yeah, we're going back in time.
Okay, it's limited tickets available, $25 for the standard, $40 for VIP, Saturday, October 4, 1 to 5. It's coming up, so can I still get a ticket?
Absolutely, yes. VIP, I believe, is still available, and then standard, yep, we have a few left. You're going to get some great gift bags with some nice local goodies in them. And, yeah, I get to drink some yummy craft beer.
There you go, like Triptych and Riggs and even kombucha or something.
Kombucha for the NA drinkers.
Yeah, right,
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
so this will be a lot of fun. And actually, Champaign Center Partnership is coordinating the Parade of Lights, and people are thinking about that already for that Saturday after Thanksgiving on November 29th, Jenna.
Yes. Hopefully it cools down a bit. I'm sitting outside right now, and it's like 90 degrees. So not that I would mind, but...
Right.
All right. Is there website, Jenna, I can find all this somewhere? Facebook? Where do I go?
Yes, our homepage at champagnecenter.com. There is a few links to get to where you buy the tickets. And, yeah, I want to see everyone out there. It's hopefully going to be beautiful.
Sounds great.
Jenna Manalakis, October 4th. And listen, appreciate the time and good luck.
All right. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. You bet. 825 ESPN 93.5.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
One unmistakable voice, one night only, an evening with Amy Grant, live in concert. multiple Grammy and Dove Award winner, Amy Grant, live in concert. A night that will get your feet moving and your heart beating. Amy Grant, live in concert, September 22nd at the Virginia Theater in Champaign, Illinois. Tickets are on sale now at amygrant.com. Grab your friends and make plans now for the night you'll be talking about all year.
Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group. Some of the things that sellers can do to increase the value of their home.
We get this on almost every listing appointment. Hey, Nate, what can we do to increase the value of our home? We want to sell in a couple weeks. Are there some simple things we can do around the house? Or there's some major things that we can do around the house to increase the value or get a return on our investment? And again, not every home is created the same and not every situation is the same. So if we walk in there, there's definitely some items that we can do. Paint, floors, and hardware are the easy items where you get your biggest return out of every time. That's easy to say. But there's a lot of times where we'll get questions from sellers where they're asking us, should I update my bathroom? Where should I stop on my floors? Should I redo my roof? Should I do mechanicals? And I think a lot of that plays into the overall scope of your goals. We like to get into the house when it's really not even ready for the market. We can get in there and usually save that seller a lot of money and a lot of wasted time and energy by just offering some simple advice on how we would treat it if it was our own.
You can reach out at Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider and gifts, preserves and popcorn. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Yeah, I'm always concerned about logistics. When the president goes to Charlie Kirk's funeral in Phoenix, I hope they, cover it, surround it with, the glass they have at the inaugural address. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think you just ought to take the precaution. You're talking about 75,000 people in there. And, why wouldn't you do that? I hope they do. Bulletproof glass all around, maybe the whole lower level with all the vice president's going to be. You got both the top two guys. By the way, Johnny Don tomorrow will talk about talking one-on-one with Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House.
Okay.
Just a couple of nights ago.
Okay.
7:30 ESPN 93.5.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. More bagpipes for President Trump, meeting Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer at his Chequers country residence after a warm toast with King Charles at last night's Windsor Castle state dinner. Starmer and Trump struck an energy deal for Britain to build 12 advanced nuclear reactors. President Trump congratulating ABC for having the courage to take Jimmy Kimmel off the air. After hundreds of stations pulled his late-night show, Kimmel claimed Charlie Kirk's assassin was one of MAGA's own. Charging documents clearly show otherwise. Vice President J.D. Vance talks to Fox about people being fined for celebrating the assassination.
The First Amendment protects a lot of very ugly speech, but if you celebrate Charlie Kirk's death, you should not be protected from being fired for being a disgusting person.
America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Just weeks before the second anniversary of a deadly hazmat disaster in Teotopolis, the NTSB released Tuesday its final report. They confirmed what was detrimental in an initial report released a month after the disaster, that the cause was the passing of a semi-truck carrying anhydrous ammonia by a minivan in a no-passing zone on Route 40. Conversation around the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk has cost many their jobs. In Springfield, city employees resigned this past week after making a post disparaging Kirk. A similar thing happened in Urbana as well. City came out to condemn the post, but said the employees was acting as a private citizen and their speech was protected. Advocates for Aging Care, a grassroots organization vouching for better long-term care in central Illinois, received a $500,000 appropriation from the state of Illinois Tuesday to begin planning construction on a new nursing home in Champaign County. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. What about the various services that you provide?
We provide chimney inspections, cleanings, gas inspections, installs, gas fireplaces, wood inserts, wood stoves. We also do all restoration work to chimneys and fireplaces, tuck pointing, even tuck pointing entire homes if needed. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com. You can call me at 217-504-2050, or you can visit our Facebook page.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Well, the tropical Atlantic basin getting a little more active may ultimately determine how much rainfall we come up with here over the course of the weekend, early next week as well. Back in the forecast, some better chances for that. In the meantime, no rain today, mostly sunny. Another hot one for mid-September at 91. Just a slight southeast to east wind, light wind tonight. Mostly clear skies, lows 58 to 62. Tomorrow, mostly sunny in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, still hot. Up around 90. Could be a stray shower late tomorrow night, low down to 62. On Saturday, partly sunny, warm, and isolated shower spots both morning and afternoon. Same over at Bloomington, Indiana, with high temperature up around 87 and lower 80s at kickoff there. Sunday, better than even odds that a couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm scattered into Monday as well. Highs up to 84 on Sunday, first day of autumn Monday with a high there at 82. Stray shower chance Tuesday and Wednesday next week with highs near 80. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Back to school means back to Jets. Right now, get a build your own large 2-topping pizza for just $14.99 with code JETS101. Choose your crust, Detroit style, hand tossed, or thin, and make it yours with bold flavors like turbo, butter, garlic, or Cajun. Perfect for feeding hungry kindergartners all the way to worn out grad students. For a limited time, get your large 2-topping pizza for $14.99 now at jetspizza.com with code JETS101. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
Salt and Light is empowering people to change and transform their lives. Volunteer, donate items, or learn about their programs and services as you enjoy their dessert night from 7 to 8 p.m. the fourth Thursday of the month. Save the date to get in on the first annual Masquerade Ball, presented by Evergreen Roadworks, Thursday, October 23rd. Join Stevie J Broadcasting's team of fighting poverty with dignity. Visit saltandlightministry.org.
And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever. With award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Yes, and I did try his thighs with the honey on the bottom with pink salt. And how do I say this, Tim? I would probably compare me doing that dish to you like reading Tale of Two Cities on Cliff Notes. So it's not like you, okay? But it was delicious. It really was. But it wasn't a Tim Onstadt production. I didn't, I just kind of, yeah. Anyway, it was delicious.
Use the tips. The whole idea is to get that sweet and salty on your tongue, and then the savory part of the chicken comes out once you start chewing, and that's the balance that all the big chefs and everybody talks about having balanced flavors, and that's what that's all about.
Well, it worked, and I think I'm going to slosh it a little more in the honey next time because I wanted a little more of that. And but Janet loved it, and so did Gracie and Jacob. So it was all good, man. Well done.
Great.
Well, we get the tips. All right, it's Tim, and we talk about what, drumsticks?
No. We've talked a lot about what we use as an offset stick burner to smoke our meats.
Yeah.
And then we've talked about the pellet grills and all that.
Yep.
And one of the big new things that people are smoking on is drums. And that essentially started with turning a 55-gallon drum that a lot of people use for a trash barrel and turning that into a smoker to cook meat. And that is really starting out. And one of the things, or not starting out, it's been going for a few years, and that really started the hot and fast craze that we cook now on a stick burner at 300 degrees. That came from these ugly drum smokers. Is the first brand that really came out because they are kind of ugly. But now there's several types coming out, and we're actually considering cooking some of our meat on there, or at least trying one out. But the whole premise behind that is you got a 55-gallon drum or a 30-gallon drum. They come in different sizes, and in the bottom of it you have a charcoal basket, a basket full of charcoal where your fire is built, and then you have air intakes in the bottom that bring the air into the fire, and then it has no place to go but up. And there's an exhaust for your airflow in the lid. And what you're doing, you put a diffuser plate over the top of that charcoal basket to spread the heat out and make it even coming up. And what happens is you're cooking the meat. The drippings from that meat are dropped down on that diffuser plate, and that's your fats and everything you're cooking out of that. And that turns into a steam that permeates flavor into that meat. And like, let's say a pellet grill, for instance, they've got a bucket that has a little channel that runs your fat and your drippings out into that bucket to prevent a grease fire. The drum concept is using that flavor to get back into the meat, and there's never enough pooled up on it because it is so hot it vaporizes almost instantly, that you don't have a flash fire like you would have on a grill. And it's a really interesting concept, and those people have seen those in stores, I'm sure. I mean, there's several top brands. The top of the line are the Hunsekers, the Great Gateways, and now Outlaw, we use Outlaw stick burners. Outlaw has came out with one, and what really tipped me off is I got to see the prototype, the first one out of the factory last weekend in Mount Vernon, and it's gorgeous.
So what are these?
It's not an ugly drum at all.
What do they cost?
Well, you can get them. Big box stores has the generic ones, the Oklahoma Joes, and that starting at around $450 and on up. A good Hunsaker is going to run you between $800 up to $2,000 for a stainless steel drum. Gateways, they usually run between $900 and $1,300 depending on the type of paint and what you want on them. The Outlaws are going to come out. The owner of Outlaw, Jay Craig, I texted him when I saw it, and he told me that he's starting a run of them. They're going to run somewhere between $1,700 and $1,800.
Unbelievable. It's Tim Onstad explaining an oil drum now becoming the new egg. I just get introduced to the idea of an egg, and now we got the drum. Very cool.
Well, I'm intrigued by the drums because of their size. Easier transport. They weigh, 50, 60 pounds maybe.
Way lighter.
Easy to move around.
Yeah,
that's a little lighter than our 1,365-pound Outlaw stick burner.
Oh, no kidding.
And the drawback to me is with 4 meats, we would have to run at least 3 of them. And that's taking care of 3 different fires. But the temperatures are maybe a little bit easier to manage. I don't know. I haven't ever cooked on one, so that'll be an experience we all get to do together. But yeah, we've been talking about it. We may come out as a drum smoker next year for a little bit, or maybe add one and cook one meat on it just to try it out. A lot of teams do a stick burner with one drum, and they'll cook their pork or their chicken on the drum, and we may give that a shot and see how it goes.
It'll go great because you're great. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Onstad, he's also the man at Gelferix Trucking, dedicated diesel. First, Gelferix Trucking, what do you have to tell us?
Well, we do have an open spot. If somebody wants to get started hauling grain, we can do that and then transition them into our regional fleet. We've got our $1,200 weekly minimum guarantee still that we believe that drivers should earn a living wage if they're going to be available and out to work. But we're not going to keep them out 2 and 3 weeks at a time like a lot of the big carriers and stuff. We want them home every weekend. We want that brain to relax and enjoy the family and be ready to work and be safe the next week.
People react to that. Your drivers love that, don't they?
Yeah, they appreciate that, I think. I've had, some follow-up training with some of our newer guys, and that has really been a point that's hit home with them, that we actually care. And when the drivers call into the office with the big companies, the first thing they give them is a truck number. So they're just a number there. And I tell people, don't give us your truck number. I don't know who's in what truck. You're Mike or Charles or Bill, whatever. When you call in, that's your name. That's who you are. That's what we need to know.
It's awesome. Well, tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety lane is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie Choppers are there for sale. Stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, and fastest ever. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstad?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
You the man, my friend. Always a pleasure, Tim. Thanks for jumping on.
being on.
Hey,
Thanks for
appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, too.
Take care.
845 ESPN 93.5. PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services, becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. Why are you so focused on taking care of people?
I enjoy relationships. I enjoy relationships in our community. It's very important to me. Like I said, they're an extended part of our family. We've grown our business that way, and I enjoy that part of running a business. And so all of our customers are very valuable. I've learned from them, and I hope that they've learned from us. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com, or you can visit our Facebook page.
You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available, and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com. Your next adventure starts right here. Fly Champaign-Urbana and skip the long drive to bigger airports. With American Airlines flights through Dallas and Chicago, you're connected to coastlines, cruises, and global escapes. With connections to over 200 destinations. From here, the world is within reach. Fly Champaign-Urbana, Willard Airport, because the best trips start closer to home. ESPN 93.5, we jump to your sports headlines. And what about Diane Ducey's got that going on?
Thanks, Stevie. 7:15 tonight, NFL Thursday
Dixie
Night
Chopper.
Football with Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills. On Sunday, it'll be Green Bay at Cleveland at noon, and Indies in Tennessee. We have Dallas in Chicago at Soldier Field with a 3:25 start on Sunday. That'll be heard over on Q96. We also have Illinois soccer on the West Coast taking on Oregon at 9 o'clock tonight at 7-0-1 on the season.
Wonder if that's on TV anywhere.
I know. I think it's BTN. There it is.
Okay.
They're ranked number 18. So, and then they'll take on Washington Sunday at 3 in Seattle. So, Coach Katie Holton in her first year is doing very well.
Name is what? Katie Holton?
Okay. Hultin.
Took over for Janet Rayfield?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
And we have Illinois volleyball with their opener against Iowa State on Saturday at 5:30. And, of course, Illinois and in Bloomington, Indiana, 6:30 on Saturday night. Go Illini.
And the world is betting on Indiana. The point spread went up to 5.5.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the only thing. One thing you need to know about Kurt Signetti.
It's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out homecoming game against USC. Text Illini to 217-359-2255, and you could be on your way to Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Illini football against USC with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
The Cardinals jersey hoodie is here, presented by Bear. On Saturday, September 20th, when the Birds take on the Brewers, the first 20,000 fans 16 and older get this one-of-a-kind hoodie. It's perfect for game day, chill nights, or just showing your Cardinals pride anywhere you go. Don't miss out. It's a hoodie you have to have. That's Saturday, September 20th. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Nolan Arenado, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
Ever wonder why you pay your bank to have a checking account? Fisher National Bank does too. You see, they offer free rewards cashback checking that gives you cash back on debit purchases, no service fees or balance requirements. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have one direct deposit in a monthly cycle. It's so simple. Reward yourself today with rewards cashback checking. Learn more at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity, and that weather system on the plains will make a little more east and southeast progression and introduce somewhat better coverage rainfall chances, at least, over the back end of the weekend, early next week as well. Another hot one for the day today and the time of year at 91 with mostly sunny skies and just a light southeast to east wind, the slightest of a breeze tonight, mostly clear, 58 to 62 on the low. Tomorrow back up around 90, sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, gentle south wind. Could be a stray shower late tomorrow night in spots, low down to 62. Partly sunny on the day Saturday, warm at 87. Rain chances at about 30% there, but they get bumped up to 60% late Sunday night, and about 50-50 on Monday. 84 on Sunday. First day of autumn high of about 82. We'll see highs near 80. Lingering shower chances next Tuesday and Wednesday. Another big warm up in sight later next week as well. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
So many things I did not get to, so we're going to bump some of these till tomorrow. I want you to hear a little what CBS Nationwide was talking about Illinois, Indiana. And I think people think Indiana's going to beat us, and that's fine. Go in as an underdog and just play a clean game. Try to do the best you can. See if that offensive line, a little more push. We'll just let's play it.
Illinois men's basketball student section sold out in record time of 18 minutes. This is the 5th straight season the basketball has sold out in the student section.
I think it's more of the technology versus demand. I think it would have been gone in a minute.
Could be.
There's so many more people who want those tickets. And don't they spill over on the Orange Crush up at the top?
That's right.
Yeah, because there was far more. I mean, why would you want to sit courtside for this stuff? Heck yeah, it's exciting. We'll be here with basketball for you. Know it. I don't know which Vitch is doing great. I have no idea which Baltic guy. We ought to have Baltic Night. This is a bunch of Balkan guys.
That's right.
It'll be fun to see how Brad Underwood somehow puts the puzzle together again. Winningest coach in the Big Ten over the last 6 years, Brad Underwood. Okay, we're done. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
Yep, it's a beautiful day once again across East Central Illinois. Enjoy. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Meet you on the radio. Get that weekend going together tomorrow between 7 and 9. Have a great Thursday.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has strived to provide high-quality care with a personal touch. To continue our mission of we listen, we care, we are seeking engaged team members who are focused on improving patient lives, adding value, and increasing capacity to better serve our growing community. Christie Clinic offers competitive pay, great benefits, and advancement opportunities. Come join our team. Visit ChristieClinic.com to view open positions and apply.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Trinity Home Medical in Central Illinois has you covered. For 22 years, they've been your trusted source for medical support. Now they're excited to offer continuous glucose monitors. No more finger sticks. Get real-time glucose readings to avoid dangerous spikes and crashes. Most insulin-dependent diabetics qualify through insurance, and they handle everything: insurance processing, delivery, education, and support. Call Trinity Home Medical today at 877-663-0202 or visit trinityhme.com.
Back to school means back to Jets. Right now, get a build-your-own large 2-topping pizza for just $14.99 with code JETS101. Choose your crust, Detroit style, hand-tossed, or thin, and make it yours with bold flavors like turbo, butter, garlic, or Cajun. Perfect for feeding hungry kindergartners all the way to worn-out grad students. For a limited time, get your large 2-topping pizza for $14.99 now at jetspizza.com with code JETS101. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
Did you know downtown Champaign has a farmer's market of its own? It's on Tuesdays from 3 to 6 at the new Downtown Plaza. This family-friendly event has a kids' corner with games, puzzles, and free hair braiding. Live music and youth performances on the Plaza stage every week. Adults can take advantage of the Festival District during the market and sip and stroll on the Plaza with to-go alcoholic beverages from adjoining businesses. Champaign Farmers Market, Tuesdays from 3 to 6, running through October 7th. Learn more at visitdowntownchampaign.com.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign.